everybody. Today's lesson is on bacteria and viruses, which I think is very applicable to our current situation. So I hope you guys looked over the PowerPoint. I think it will really help you in terms of understanding the differences between bacteria and viruses. There's also some really good YouTube videos as well, so I encourage you guys to watch those too. So now for the answer key. So we always tell you guys, read the question first, because that way you know what you're looking for and you save time. If you start reading the paragraph first and looking at the table, it will waste time and might confuse you when you read the question. So let's look at the question first. It says, which idea is supported by both the passage and the table? So based on this question, we will have to look at the passage really quickly to see what the main idea is. So you always want to look at the title first. And notice it says bacteria, not always the bad guys. So that means we can infer that sometimes bacteria is actually pretty good. So it says that because they are linked to illness, we think of bacteria in negative terms. They said, however, not all bacteria cause disease. Then we can look at the chart and notice that it says this bacteria actually crowds out harmful microbes, and it actually prevents microbes from growing. We also look at this bacteria here, says benefits people with diets that are too low in protein. Additionally, E. coli, which we all associate with as being really harmful, can actually sometimes provide vitamin K and other B vitamins. So this is the crux of both the passage and the table, is that bacteria can help you in some instances. So if we look at the answers, A, some bacteria that live in the digestive tract of humans are beneficial. B, bacteria break down and recycle nutrients. C, the production of some foods relies on the help of bacteria. Or D, many millions of bacteria live inside the human body. So with this one, the answer was A. And notice how it's talking about the idea supported by the passage and the table. We look at D, many millions of bacteria live inside the human body. That's true. That is a true statement, but it's the wrong answer because they aren't asking us factual statements. They're asking us about the idea. So you always want to read the question carefully and know what they're asking you. So now we'll move on to the last question. So again, always read the question first. It says, based on the illustration, what is the effect of the body's release of histamine? Well, let's look at the picture. So it says response to injury. So based on that, we can imagine that when someone is injured, and it says right here, a cut in the skin, and so here are the histamine, and then it gets released. And notice right here how it says swelling. And then we notice that some white blood cells and fluid start moving into that area. So again, reading the bottom, it says when a sharp object breaks the skin, bacteria can enter the body. Bacteria trigger a part of the body's immune system. As a first step in fighting infection, the body releases a chemical called histamine. So here, when it says what is the effect of the body's release of histamine, A, blood and fluids drain from the injured area, carrying bacteria to other body parts. B, the body's own bacteria attack the foreign bacteria. C, the flow of blood and other fluids to the area increases, producing swelling. Or D, the blood vessels in the area around the wound narrow. So again, the answer would be C. Why? Because it tells you right here, cut in the skin, and then right here it goes to swelling. So the answer is right there in the picture. Well, thank you guys for paying attention to this video on bacteria and viruses, and make sure to stay safe out there.